What's up, guys? Welcome, Lauren Richard. I just feel like everything is getting so weird so fast. Like, just so weird so fast. And I'm here for it. Let it get weird fast. Let it get weird fast. So, it seems like they're really gearing people up to take the mark of the beast. Oh, is it starting over? I don't know. Okay, anyways, everything feels so weird so fast. And it seems like it's gearing up to get people to take the mark of the beast or not. In recent years, we thought that the mark of the beast was going to be a chip in your hand or your forehead. And recent sermons from people who are like really anointed are saying it is not a chip. Like, it's not something that you're just going to like get in line and like show up and they're going to give it to you. It's something more etheric. And I tend to believe that myself. I tend to believe that the mark of the beast is not something like, oh, I avoided it, or you're like, no one's going to take it. It seems like they're really gearing people up to take the mark of the beast. And or kind of like submit, like to buy or sell you have to do this, that, the other thing. um the local terrorism has gotten like rampant in this area, like everywhere. It's everywhere in America. um Today my booking software that I use asked me, it would like came up like red, like there was a notification that like, read this now, do this now. And so I clicked on it, and it was that it needed my social security number. And I just put it in, like, I don't give a shit, right? Like, mark me as divergent, tell me I can't work anymore. I'm just gonna go into the woods and find like-minded people. I don't give a shit. So when they gear up for the mark of the beast, be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, can't wait. Like, good, do it. Do it and do it faster. Um, so it's like happening at a time where, like, where I work, everyone's trying to figure out like what they want to do about our lease agreements and possible like rent increase and stuff like that. And I don't really have a strong opinion about it. I have also observed, like, all of us individually throughout the past few months, like, everybody's husbands has been kind of, or they've been kind of thinking about like staying home, like as women, like staying home. There's a lot of sermons coming out recently. It's going through the Holy Spirit. Like, women are supposed to, not because we are somehow in detriment, but like, our place is to stay home. Like, we were never really made to be these financial providers. We were never really made to not control our home, control our family, control our home. It goes God, Christ, man, woman, children. And it's not that like one is above another. Of course, there is like a hierarchy, but it's like the the desires are all in alignment when everything is in perfect order. So, anyways, there's all this drama about what to do with the salon, and I sort of was like, it like dawns on me as I'm leaving for work. This has never happened before, but there's always construction workers around my house. It's generally the same people, but for the first time ever, and usually, and it's funny, I like didn't even notice it because I'm so fearless and I'm so like, I feel so protected by God. I don't even like, it doesn't register. And if anyone is like predatory towards me, I am just like a clown and I just turn it around and I just make it a joke because the joke's on them. But the construction workers outside my house today, they haven't been there in a while, but they were there picking up fencing. They were like tearing up all the fencing that they put in initially. And it is so weird. It didn't register until later on, but they were acting predatory towards me. These little like brownie looking people, cinnamon brownie looking people, brown looking people, right? Like, whatever. I'm not trying to be racist, but Muslims are insane, and all these immigrants coming from Mexico, these men are insane. They're predatory. They're crashing into school buses and smiling in their mugshots. They're knifing down bishops while they're giving sermons and they're just smiling about it. Like terrorism, dude. Fucking terrorism. They're barbarians. Barbarians of every culture just acting crazy. Just going crazy because they're gearing up for something crazy. They were really trying to like scare me this morning. It was weird because I'm not like nothing scares me. And I was just looking for my dog. I just wanted to get Athena in before I went to work. And in retrospect, I was like, they were trying to put me into fear. They were trying to be intimidating, predatory towards me. And then I go into work and all the girls were trying to talk about like leasing agreements and like what to do about the future. I'm like, wait a second, should we even be working? Should we even be like in society? Because there's a predatory nature to society. There already is a predatory nature with money and like time, but it's like a new layer. And I'm not afraid of anything. It's not out of fear, but it's like I'm observing that there is like this ramping up of men acting very vicious towards women. Yesterday was like rape day. It was a trend that was started on TikTok a few years ago, and they were like ramping it up again. Like it's National Rape Day. Like go out and rape somebody. This is not a joke. This is like one of my clients was like, here it is. Like she pulled up the video and it was a guy sharing how other people were like, April 24th is like National Rape Day. Like, dude, should we even be in society? Like, should we even really be doing this? Should God's women really be working? Should we really be out in the field, like outside of the home, like not cooking and not cleaning and just being tired all the time? And it's not normal. It's not natural. It's not right. And it doesn't mean that we have to have everything figured out, but God's will for us is obviously something different. So that happened this morning. And then I get this notification from my booking software about putting in my social security number. And it said, why are we asking you this? Well, it's because it's the law. Like all of a sudden it's the law and I'm not mad about it. So I put in my social security number and I'm like, yes, find me to be a divergent. Find me to be a non-beaster. Find me to be somebody who can no longer buy and sell because that's me, bitch. That's me. That's you. That's us, honey. We'll just put on a backpack, get our animals and go out into the woods to find like-minded people. We don't need any of this stuff. We don't need like ramp it up, like do it bigger, do it worse. They're gearing people up for the mark of the beast because most people have already taken it. It's something etheric and they're going to start enforcing it. You can't buy or sell unless you have it. I'm not going to fight to buy or sell. I'm not going to fight to keep the chains of my enslavement on. I'm not going to be mad about people trying to put the chains of my enslavement on. No, I'm literally just going to be like, thank you, and put on a backpack and just start walking and find all the other people who are doing the same thing. And I'm not going to have any fear about it. The rapture, I believe in the rapture. So it's probably maybe something more like that. Like we don't have to have everything figured out, but we just have to know like something is not right here. Like we're not like we're not meant to be in this weird enslavement, imprisonment type situation. And every single person, God is knocking at the door that is really just trying to get people's attention. The last 2 days of work were interesting because it was like rearranging and trying to like people canceling last minute and things are going on and I'm just like I'm gonna go get a pedicure, I'm gonna just whatever. It was weird, like things are so weird, they're so weird, just stuff coming up and it's Passover. So the tradition of Passover, they would put the blood over the posts of their house that the enemy would pass over them, that they're like, we're not your people. Like, pass over us. That's what Passover means. Look up. It's an Old Testament tradition, so it is sort of antichrist, but sort of relevant, of course, as well. And Passover ends on April 30th. So I'm observing Passover right now as well as this is all going on. And it's just weird. A lot of allergies and sickness. In Revelation, it says, "Come away from her, my people, so you don't suffer in her plagues." Sickness, illness. Jesus is a healer, he heals people. Accidents, like I ordered junk removal service and they got in an accident on the way there, people getting in accidents. It's so much more I could say, but God's at work doing judgment, like serving judgment, like gearing people up for judgment, gearing people up for the mark of the beast. And you're seeing evidence of them like gearing up for the mark of the beast. So after work, I was talking with my manager and I was like, listen, I am not one of these people who's gonna take this mark. Like, so I will be off with my backpack into the woods. And we were on the same page about that. Like we've been preparing for this, like we've been gearing up for this moment, like we're ready to do this. So I'm on board with whatever from day to day, but I was like, let me tell you what, like when they tell people they can no longer buy or sell if they don't take this quote unquote mark or do this thing or just try really hard, maybe it's gonna be something like you try so hard to keep making money. I won't do that. I'm not gonna try so hard. If my booking software is like, sorry, like we found your social security number to be a divergent person and you can no longer buy and sell, I'll say, thank you, I'm out. Thank you, I'm out. Finally, I'm out. Like, we're out. I was like, I'm going to be out, and that's like pretty much all of us. Like, we'll be out. Like, we're not. And it's no wonder that all this stuff is coming up right now as seemingly things are gearing up. The terrorism is gearing up. And people, I don't want to be mean, but like, it's weird how people can't see it. They can't see it. Like, you can't send your kids to school anymore. It's too dangerous. You can't make plans for the future. Like, it's too dangerous. Like, women can't even like leave their houses anymore. It's too dangerous. And men are just like, this is all so weird. Like, everyone's so weird. Like, your character is being assassinated if you're at a job where there are not majority of people saved. Like, they're just pushing people out. Why would you try so hard to fit in? Just get out. Just leave. Like, don't fight the evil. Just get out. Just leave. Be like, thank you. Bye. See you. Goodbye. I see you. Thanks. Bye. Goodbye. Don't worry about it. They're gearing people up for this. Don't fight so hard to keep your slave chains on. Just let them rip. Let it rip. Let it rip. We out. Deuces. We're out. We'll go find all of the people just like us. And God has a plan for us because that's what the Bible says. Matthew 24, the end does not come when you see like wars and rumors of wars. I'm so sick of rumors of wars. Like, I don't care about rumors of wars. You're not going to see it. There's a restrainer. The restrainer is going to be removed. When the restrainer is removed, shit hits the fan. We're the restrainer. We're being removed. Let this shit hit the fan. That's the whole point. It's a maturity in Christianity. It's a maturity in the Holy Spirit. It's a maturity in your walk with Christ. We out, bitch. Bye. We'll forget about you. Forgetting about it all. Like, we won't even remember you. We won't even remember Babylon. Babylon who? We won't even remember. Like, it will be irrelevant. Like, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to remember. No one's going to reminisce. No, like, we'll just forget about it all. No one gives a shit. Thank you. Bye. Bye. See ya. We're out. Things are getting too weird. People are getting too weird. People are getting too sick. They're also getting too sick, too ill. Stuff's popping up left and right. Accidents. Driving home from work, somebody crashed into a stop sign. Stop sign was down. It's like, yep. Par for the course. Things are getting weird. Road rage is insane right now. I had some crazy person, like, this happens all the time. And it's so funny because there's like a road that's 50 miles per hour. You can pass, but when it's traffic, you can't pass. Maybe you can get around one car. Well, people will just get around me and it'll be in front of me just because. Like you can see people coming this way, you're not getting much further, and then we'll be next to each other at a stoplight. But people do it out of just rage. I have a Jesus bumper sticker on my car. They do it out of just rage. Like you can just feel the spiritual warfare, like they hate you. This is not because somebody's in a hurry, it's because they fucking hate you. There's even if you don't have a Jesus bumper sticker, there people are putting content out there about exactly what I'm saying. People are acting furious towards us because it doesn't matter if they see your face, they sense your presence. They sense your presence before you come. They sense your presence when you are there. They sense your presence on the road. They're getting predatory towards you. The predatory nature in people, it's a spiritual thing. So this crazy bitch got around me, and I'm always next to them at a stoplight. And I always look to see what dangerous people look like, because that's reckless behavior. And I'm always looking to see what dangerous people look like. It's just some crazy old bitch with her hair all done up and her earrings on, sharp earrings, looking pissed off. And I'm like, crazy fucking people just doing crazy stuff because they hate Jesus, because they hate the spirit in you, because there's some weird video game that we live in where people just hate you. It's getting too weird. It's getting too dangerous to even like be in this society. So we all just need to like get away from it. And when they gear up for all the mark of the beast, be like, that's not where I'm going. See you later. Going the other way. Thank you. Bye. Waiting for that day. Probably after this weekend. So probably rage. Yeah, and they want you to get mad. That's the big thing. Like with road rage, they want you to get mad. Like don't ever match these people's energy. That's what they want you to do. They want you to match their energy and they want you to fight them. Men have the worst time with this right now for some reason. Like they match the energy and they want to fight. No. Just be simply amused by your circumstances and then look to see what dangerous people look like. You can't really stereotype or profile them. Muslims are fucking insane because that religion is antichrist. They're barbarians. You can't tell what every Muslim looks like, obviously, though. It's a spirit in people. It's a spirit of the antichrist. It's a spirit of the beast. It's a predatory nature in people. It's a demon infestation. And they're everywhere. And if it's not that, they're just void, like void and vacant, like just void and vacant. Buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers, cultural, the people cult, the people, filler people, backdrop people, NPCs. And if that's not you, you're feeling like there's something weird happening because it is. Don't fight it. Just let it be an indication to walk away, to get away. Get away from that. They're trying to threaten you, right? They're trying to be reckless towards you. I barely even notice. It's weird because it happens so much, so often. I barely notice. Like you notice, you're just like it's like becoming normal day-to-day life. So, when my booking software asks my social security number and I'm just like, here it is. Here's my social security number. Find me to be a divergent. Find me to be someone who can't buy and sell. I'm not going to fight you on it. And maybe that is where the mark of the beast lies. It's the people who retreat, back out, bye-bye. I'm not going to ride a horse to work. I'm not going to ask people to give me gold and silver. No. I'm just going to be like, bye. Sorry about ya. See you later. We're out. We're the restrainer. We're out. It's that weird right now. So that's that. You the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. I'm going to go find my dog. She ran away with her boyfriend again. Just lovers in the wild, Maybe there's something to be said about that. All right, I'll check you later. Have a great night.